These are 5 irresistible vegan dog treats your pup will absolutely love. And not only love, but will actually be beneficial for your dog. If your dog lacks fiber in their diet or is battling a sensitive stomach, these vegan dog treats will actually be a lifesaver for you. And at the end of the video, I'm actually gonna give you 2 very important considerations whenever we talk about vegan dog treats and vegan stuff for our dogs, so stay tuned. Now the first one is chia seeds. Let's talk about sensitive stomachs, shall we? Whenever we talk about fiber, we have to introduce soluble and insoluble fiber to our dog's diet. A dog that is lacking fiber in their diet will every now and then run into sensitive stomach issues, and chia seeds are an excellent addition to your dog's diet. And whenever they dissolve in water, they create a mucus, and this mucus is what aids digestion. So if your dog has a sensitive stomach and it's currently facing a bout of diarrhea, for example, this gel-like mucus that chia seeds and the water and the gastric acids in your dog's stomach will form together, will slow down the passage of food. And this, my friends, is one of the best sources of soluble fiber you can provide for your dog, and it's all vegan. So adding a pinch of chia seeds to your dog's diet or to your dog's water bowl will indeed be very beneficial. Number 2 is doggy peanut butter, and make sure it is doggy peanut butter, that it doesn't contain any palm oil and it doesn't contain any nasties. The more natural the better. This is a very versatile product. You can spread it on licky mats, you can spread it and put it into different treat dispensers and different toys and different things for your dog's enrichment. Peanut butter is a source of fat that is really beneficial for your dog as well. But the versatility and the various different ways that you can use peanut butter in your dog's diet and around your dog's enrichment toys is an absolute winner. So make sure you always have a jar at hand. The third one is pumpkin, and again we are talking about fiber and we are talking about sensitive stomach. Pumpkin provides some extremely healthy vitamins and minerals and is a very good addition to your dog's diet. As another source of fiber, it will actually help if you have a dog with a sensitive stomach, with a bout of diarrhea, or if the dog is battling some sort of constipation. Pumpkin is healthy, it's low calorie, and is very beneficial to your dog's diet. The fourth one is blueberries or any other seasonal berries, and this goes back to their ancestral diet and what dogs used to consume whenever they were in the wild and left to their own devices. They will roam around and pick on berries, on seasonal berries, and they are indeed a very good source of antioxidants, vitamins and minerals. And again, they are very low in calories, so you can feed these to your dog for a lot of benefit. And number 5 is probably my favorite when it comes to low glycemic carbohydrates for dogs, and that is sweet potato. Sweet potato is a wonderful addition to a dog's diet and is present and prevalent in any good quality kibble. Whenever kibble is bound together, for example, there are a few things that you can bind the kibble together with, and one of the better carbohydrates is sweet potato. So if your food contains sweet potato, that is a good indication that the food you are feeding might already be a good one. Now, as we just said, sweet potato is a low glycemic carbohydrate, it's full of potassium, is a phenomenal source of manganese, vitamin A and C. And all these minerals and vitamins are indeed very beneficial. Like manganese, for example, is very good and aids joint health. So if you have a senior dog like myself, providing those joints with that extra manganese can be very beneficial. So sweet potato is a very good addition to any dog's diet. Now there are two very important things you need to know about vegan dog treats. And so like we have just discussed that vegan dog treats, some vegan dog treats and some vegan additions to your dog's diet can indeed be very beneficial. It's extremely important that you know that, for example, your dog doesn't have something called amylase in the mouth. When me and you eat rice, wheat, barley or fruit, we start breaking it down in the mouth with an enzyme that's called amylase. And this enzyme is designed to break down starches in the mouth. Your dog doesn't have this enzyme, which is a very good indication that you should be feeding the dog a lot more meat than anything else, because again, they don't have this enzyme called amylase in the mouth, so they cannot break down carbohydrates or any starches whatsoever, whether they come from bread or they come from strawberries. They cannot break them down in the mouth, and that's something very, very important for you to know. And the second thing I want you to know is that they can actually make their own blood sugar from protein and fat, and they do not need any carbohydrates whatsoever. This is a process called gluconeogenesis, and gluconeogenesis is the ability for the body, for your dog's body, to produce energy and glucose and sugar from protein and fat. So any starches whatsoever that you feed your dog will be an addition to your dog's diet, but your dog's body is already optimized to breaking down protein and fat and converting those proteins and fats and essential amino acids into energy for the body to use. And anything else, any addition to your dog's diet will just be that, an addition, and it shouldn't consider and it shouldn't constitute a staple to your dog's diet. Remember that everything we give our dogs and everything we give ourselves, everything we eat ourselves, is converted into sugar for the body to be able to use this energy. So whether you are feeding your dog meat, bone or sweet potato or fruit, all that is going to be metabolized into sugar, into fructose, into sugar, into any other sources of sugar for the body to use. So yes, whilst they can all break down carbohydrates and they have taken some evolutionary steps in order to break down carbohydrates, we must acknowledge that the whole prey ratios of the dog are 80-10-10, 80% meat, 10% offal, of which 5% is liver and 10% is bone. And so whilst they can break down carbohydrates, and sometimes carbohydrates and any other additions to our dog's diet can be beneficial, it is very important that we feed our dogs a biologically appropriate diet. And if you want to learn more about what the right food for your dog is, I recommend you watch this video next.